Good evening once again. The session is on self-confidence, and today my confidence got shattered. Why? From Ramantapur to this place, it is just about 7 kilometers. I thought in 40 minutes I will be able to reach this place in time. I started around 5:50 and it is 6:40 or 45 by the time I reach this place. So we have progressed a lot, isn't it? That means next time I have to plan to start 1 hour early, and even then if there were to be more traffic jams, I don't think I'll be able to come. That means I must come and sleep yesterday night here so that I'm ready for the 6 o'clock session, right? Right. Right, Arvind? Now what I wanted to tell you in the beginning is, normally I come on time. I believe in things like punctuality, certain values that improves our confidence. Expecting things to happen, not like this. Confidence is something that you get when you are succeeding repeatedly. The opposite of confidence is diffidence, and if you are failing repeatedly, you will not be confident, you will get diffidence. I came late, I am not at fault. I reasonably calculated the distance and the time. Of course, evening, otherwise it's only 15 minutes, but I provided for 40 minutes. I come here, some technical problem. I am about to start, I have already started, this falls down. Are you getting my point? Expect the unexpected, your confidence will remain unshaken. Are you able to understand me?
Yes, sir.
I don't come late, I have come late. No problem, be ready. This does not cooperate, be ready. Power failure, be ready. Something falls, be ready. Still perform at your best. That is the way to have confidence. Now do you think I am talking in a confident manner or in a diffident manner? You may say, sir, you are 68 years old man, you can, sir, but how about we young people, sir? Young or old, spirit, the mind, the mood, the attitude, the practice, yes, I have done. I can do it again. I can do it better. I am dependable. You can trust me. You can entrust me with responsibility. That is the type of impression that you must be able to create when others are involved in a particular situation. So, without further loss of time, let me begin. Self-confidence. A flower is a very welcoming thing for us. As the sun rises in the morning, our confidence level must go up. But as the sun sets in, our confidence level should not decrease. When we have performed our duties sincerely, in the night when we are going to bed, when we relax the manner in which we have spent that day, we must be able to say with confidence, yes, whatever I have planned, I have done. I have done my duty today. I have planned for tomorrow. I am ready to face the tomorrow. I will sleep with confidence that I am a fulfilling, successful person. Wake up tomorrow. Do it again. Similarly, every day when you go with happiness and smile on your face to bed, you will get up definitely a more confident person. But if you are not reviewing the day, if you are not verifying what you have done and what you have gained, you are sleeping with doubt, dismay, suspicion, diffidence. Next time in the morning when you get up, you will continue to be in doubt and you will not be starting your next day with confidence. I will give you a very simple example. Say tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, you have to catch some train. Very simple. Prepare everything tonight only. Sleep, set the alarm at 5 o'clock, wake up, start by 6 o'clock, you will reach the station by 7 o'clock. But tomorrow I am going, I will arrange the suitcase tomorrow, I will polish the shoes tomorrow. I'll get up at 4 o'clock. I'll do everything tomorrow, not today. Finish. Advanced preparation improves confidence. Repeated practice improves confidence. With every sunrise, we must be able to feel more confident that we can face it and so on. It is the key to success. Let's see. What is your present confidence level? The moment I ask you this question, you will immediately say in which particular aspect, sir? Because you cannot have a single confidence level for everything. For example, say this girl can sing. If I ask her, what is your confidence level in singing? She will say 9 out of 10, sir, or 10 out of 10. Immediately I will ask her, what marks you are securing? Sir, I get 4th or 5th rank. What percentage? 70%. Next examination, will you get 90%? Sir. So confidence level in singing is different. Confidence level in cooking is different. Confidence level in studies is different. So confidence level will differ from item to item. I cannot say 90%, 80%, 70% and say that you can't do it better in some other field of activity. That means in a particular chosen field of activity, the type of contribution that you have made and the practice you have made, your knowledge levels, your practice levels is going to decide your confidence level. In case your present level of self-confidence is not up to the desirable level, have you ever seriously analyzed the reasons for it? What do I mean by that? For example, take any particular field, right? Now, normally what should be your confidence level? Let us say 70%, 7 by 10. Now, what is your present level of confidence? Let us say 6 by 10, marginal case. Our Sania Mirza occasionally wins. Occasionally she might lose. Most recent victory, doubles with Bhupati, she has won. You are clear? Now, next time, winning along with Bhupati in doubles, possibility is higher. She is confident. But how about winning singles? Not confident, because she has not yet demonstrated that ability. Now let us say you doubles, you are winning. Singles, why are you not winning? Yes, I am losing. Have you analyzed the reasons? Who are the players opposite you? For how many years they have been playing? What is their physical structure, height, weight, practice, the power of a stroke? If you hit, it goes at 300 miles per hour, let us say. If they hit, it comes with 450 miles per hour. How can you hit back a ball which is coming at 450 miles per hour speed towards you? Are you able to understand my point? So, analysis will tell us that you must, let us say, eat more. Not put on weight. Eat more. That means nutritious food. Maybe yoga, exercise, pranayama. Strengthen your willpower, strengthen your nerve power. Even you may be looking lean, but if you hit, it must go at 500 miles per hour speed so that it will shatter the imagination of the people. Are you able to follow? Whenever you are analyzing the reasons for your failure, you are reducing the probability of failure in the next attempt. That means you are increasing the probability of success. When you succeed and succeed, your confidence level will go up. If you fail and fail, and if you don't learn lessons from the failure, naturally your confidence level will be coming down. So practice the habit of thinking on paper. Start thinking on paper. That means writing down. Why did I lose this match? Why did I get a low score in the examination? Why he is always fighting with me? Or why I always misunderstand that person? Put your thoughts on paper. Analyze, learn lessons, make amends, and you will be able to do it better. How well are you motivated? What motivates you? How active and effective are you? In your own interest, can you not improve your motivational levels and activity levels further? Let's continue the example of Sania Mirza. If you were to ask her, by what date you plan to become the queen of Wimbledon, winner? How do I know? Diffidence. In 3 years, in 2 years, or in 1.5 years, I am planning to be the winner of Wimbledon. Good. What is your seeding or what is your ranking now? Something. So, each 3 months, you must be able to improve the rank and inch towards the top rank. So, who are the people who are ahead of you? 18 people, 25 people, 28 people are ahead of you. What are the strengths and weaknesses of each one of them? Who is good in what? Because when draws are drawn, you do not know with whom you have to play in the first round. Unless you win every round, you can't come to the finals. To win every round, you must be better than all the 20 players who are above you. That means you must know the style of play of the 20 people who are above you. That means you must have a very clear picture of who are the people with whom you have to compete. And in respect of your play, you must be better than each one of them. That means his weakness is different. It should not be my weakness. His weakness is different. If I am playing with him, my style must be different. If I am playing with him, my style must be something else. If I am playing with her, my style must be something else. That means I must have, let us say, half a dozen or a dozen styles of play, and keep that in my mind. Depending on the player who is in front of me, I must design the strategy what I am going to do. For example, as you know, in any game, the person who is on the opposite side, is he a left-hander or a right-hander? That's going to decide. Maybe you are a left-hander and he is a right-hander. Your strength may be his weakness, or your weakness may be his strength. Unless you are able to carefully calculate everything, you would not be able to ensure that you can win. That means it is careful analysis and study. If you don't mistake me, to get 40% marks and pass the examination, ordinary study will do. To get 50%, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, not just 100, state first, nations first, ordinary strategies will be insufficient. You must have special